Meeting ends at 6:30 p.m. and we'll review the key points of our course. Confirm the link is this link. The videos clarify and overview today's topics. They contain more info, and I hope you watch them for great benefit. Please watch the videos anytime. These videos are an opportunity. The link is a reference. Another link includes assessments, tests, and question banks. It shows grading with ZipGrade or our LMS in graduate studies. I hope you all watch these videos because you will benefit from them. So please pay attention to this link and watch the videos. These videos are an opportunity. The link is a reference for you to go back to, especially for training on course reports and the grading center. You will also notice another link that you can benefit from, which includes assessments, tests, and question banks. It shows how to grade tests using the ZipGrade system or how we use the learning management system in graduate studies. There are a series of training sessions that we have worked on before. I will also send you the overall links that include all the courses so you can benefit from them and watch all the available videos, especially in training. On course reports and the assessment center, you will also notice that there is another link that you can use to benefit from it. For example, there are assessments, tests, and question banks. How do we correct tests? Using the ZipGrade system, or we use the learning circuit system in postgraduate studies. In a group of all of them, there is a group of training meetings that we have worked on before. So I will also send these links, the total summary, which includes all the courses specifically, so that you can benefit from it and see all the videos that are available on the Open Educational Resources platform. Unfortunately, the Grading Center is experiencing a new slowdown. It really doesn't want to open for us. Let me try again to see if the study comparison will open for us or not. Yes, there is a new slowdown. This is the Grading Center, which shows student names and university IDs to avoid confusion with identical names. For instance, if a student's name is Faisal Al-Harbi, the university ID helps identify the correct Faisal. The Grading Center is organized into columns for each test or assignment, displaying scores for students in a clear format. So you might find that this student, for example, is Faisal Al-Harbi. You would obviously ask, which Faisal is it? To address this issue, the solution must come through what is called the university ID or the username, which here will be the student ID. You can distinguish them by their university ID. You will also notice here that the grading center is completely organized into columns. For example, if there is a test, that test will have its own column. If there is another oral test, it will also have a column so that each test has a score for the student. This way, each student will have a score for the test, activity, or assignment, and it will appear as you can see in this format. The grading center is organized into columns. If there is a test, it will have a column. If there is another oral test, it will also have a column. Each student will have a score for tests, activities, or assignments appearing in this format. We have tests here, and there's a discussion forum. You can create a discussion forum that can also have grades without any problem. It's not only tests, there are assignments, research, or projects. The key is a grade should be associated with it. You also notice, ladies and gentlemen, that we have various tests here, and I have, for example, as you can clearly see, different tests here in. You can create a discussion forum that can also have grades. It's not just about tests. There are also assignments, research, or projects. There should be a grade associated with it. Notice that. You might see 2 dashes, indicating the student didn't attempt. If there is a test, an assignment, or an activity, and since the student did not attempt it, they will not receive a grade. This is clear, no issue. Or the student might have taken the test and received a 0, so the grade must be displayed. Receiving a 0 means they either took the test and answered all wrong. This is the point I want to clarify for you. Notice these 2 small dashes, indicating the student did not attempt their attempt. The student might have taken the test and received a 0, so the grade shows. When they receive a 0, it means the student did one of 2. Either they entered the test and answered all questions incorrectly, or they started the test in the first minute or second and faced a technical issue, like losing internet or device problem, which caused them to exit the test completely. Thus, their attempt counts if they clicked Start Test. The system here records that the student has started. If a student takes the test and gets a 0, the grade must be shown. A 0 means they either answered all questions wrong or faced a technical issue like losing internet or device problems, causing them to exit early. As long as they click Start Test, it's counted as an attempt and they get a 0 if they exit. The decision to adjust the test depends on college or course policy, but technically, the system records the start and determines the grade. Or if the student started the test in the first minute and faced a technical issue, causing test exit. Their attempt is counted as long as the student started the test if they clicked on the Start Test button. If they clicked Start Test, it counts as an attempt, resulting in a 0. From a technical view, when I have a circle, it means if I assign a task, students submitting must show a mark. It must be an orange circle. When the test starts, the system checks the grade. If they click to start the test and then exit it, it counts as an attempt and they get 0. When I have a blue circle, what does it mean? It means I assigned a task, and any student who submits must show a mark. Not just any mark, it must be an orange circle. The orange circle means the student has a valid attempt and needs a grade. Click the orange circle to see the student's submission, read it, and grade them. Sometimes a student's submission shows blue instead of orange. What does the blue circle mean here? It means I gave a task to students, and it must be an orange circle. The orange circle means a valid attempt needs grading. Click the orange circle to view and grade the submission. Sometimes the submission turns blue instead of orange. This means the attempt was unsuccessful. The student tried to submit, but it was incomplete. The system calls it in progress. When the attempt is pending, it is incomplete. The orange circle means that the student has a valid attempt and needs a grade. Click the orange circle to view and grade the student's submission. Sometimes a student's attempt turns blue instead of orange. This means it was a failed attempt. The student tried to submit, but it was incomplete. The system calls it in progress. When the attempt is pending, it is incomplete. In this case, the attempt is valid, showing the student tried to submit, but there was an issue. You might give another attempt. What does this mean? This is a failed attempt. The student was trying to submit their attempt, but it was incomplete. The system refers to it as in progress. This means that when the student starts the attempt, while the attempt is still pending, it is considered an incomplete attempt. The student's attempt is considered valid, proving that the student was trying to submit their attempt, but there was an issue and the attempt didn't go through. Thus, you might give the student another attempt to submit their file because they encountered a problem and the attempt was not completed. However, for a student who did not submit anything at all and did not open their attempt, you will see the 2 dashes indicating that this student has no attempt at all. When a student submits their attempt, it's as if they are sending it. But if the attempt doesn't go through and gets stuck in the middle, it will show a blue circle, which indicates that the attempt is in progress. So, in this case, the student's attempt is considered valid, proving that the student was indeed trying to submit their attempt, but there was an issue and it didn't go through. In this case, you might give the student another attempt. An additional attempt for the student to submit their file because they encountered a problem and the attempt was not completed. However, for the student who did not submit anything at all and did not open their attempt, you will see the 2 dashes indicating that this student essentially has no attempt at all. There are important points that you all need to pay attention to in the grading center. This is a very important part of the grading center as well. One of the important parts of the grading center, so that everything is clear for you, is that I want to download an Excel file that contains all the students' data and their respective grades. I want to take a snapshot of this grading center. I want to take the entire grading center with the students' names and their data along with their grades. I want to get this grading center as an Excel file so that I have it on my device. How can I do that? I go to the Work Offline option. Here, I select the Work Offline option and tell it to download, meaning I want to download a copy of the grading center I have to my device, but I want to take a copy as an Excel file. How do I do that? I click on the download button, and here it will give me options. It will ask me if I want to take the entire grading center, or if I want to take specific columns, like just the first assignment and the second assignment, or if I want to take just one column, or if I want to take the whole grading center,